Hi, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be debuting a couple of videos depicting of harvesting of energy of women. This is a part of the what it means when he really does this series. You might want to look at this video as well, but this is going to be pretty intriguing, so keep watching. But first, hi, I'm Allicia, i.e. Allicia J, the walking talking baby doll, and hopefully I'm here to give you a good day or a better day. Okay, so I'm not gonna even hold you, but tell us in the comments if these women who are talking about how men harvest energy are wrong.
So what if I told you that men can manifest unknowingly or knowingly through intimacy or simply just being around you? Yes, that's how powerful the feminine energy is. So yeah, it's not just a coincidence. Men, knowingly or unknowingly, will tap into your feminine energy and use it as fuel. And I like to call this an STE, a sexually transmitted energy. I don't care if you're abstinent, I don't care if you're celibate, because it's not just about sex, it's about energy. Yeah, men will tap into your energy, into your essence, and use it to elevate themselves. So they are transmuting your energy for success, for abundance, for their own personal growth. And these transfers happen through conversation, through physical touch, and through emotional availability. Your presence and attention is enough to fuel them. Feminine energy comes natural to us, but they have to work for it. They need to balance their masculine energy with your feminine energy. That's why a lot of successful men are surrounded by women. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that? Look, Jeff Bezos, the guy that did Amazon, he divorced his wife, and all the men were like, oh, she took half of his money. You would think after divorce, after she took half of his money, that he would enjoy his billions by himself, single, freshly divorced. But no, what did he do? He got a new woman. I forget her name. But no, he quickly got another woman. They always have a wife. They always have a woman near them. They know, and a lot of these men, like successful men, they're really, they're spiritual, and they know the spiritual benefits of being around a woman and honoring the divine. You get blessed when you honor the divine, okay? Think about it. Most men that don't honor the divine woman, they don't get blessed, and they get uglier and uglier and uglier, and their money, they get broke. You need to ask yourself, does he love me or does he love my energy? And this is why you see it. When a man is on his come up and he's dating a girl, a Bill the Barbara, what happens? He uses her for his come up, and then when he's made it, he discards her. He doesn't need her anymore. He's got his energy to fulfill his desires. Come on now. So I want you to understand your power. I want you to stop giving it away easily. Another way to protect your energy is to distance yourself. Don't be afraid to pull away. When you pull away, you're going to notice that they're going to start, they're going to want a reaction out of you. So this is the thing. It doesn't matter if it's positive energy from you or negative. They don't care as long as it's coming from a woman. So when you distance yourself, they may say something to you, maybe start triangulation, maybe add another girl to make you feel jealous, to make you want to text him back. They will do something for your attention because they want to take you out of character, because that's still energy that they are taking from you. Are you getting it now? Are you getting it? Everything they do is energy. Even the guys that text you and then ghost you, they just wanted your energy for that split second. Even if they weren't going to take you out on a date, they just wanted to feel. They wanted to feel alive, because that's what it does. It makes them feel alive.
Ladies, men want to be stressed out. See, what you don't realize is that men are prone to stress. They are fully equipped to handle stress. They like stress. And they like women that stress them out. It is those type of women that they obsess over. Not the nice girl. Not the super nice girl who is waiting at home for him. No, that is not the dream girl. Yeah, he may keep you in his life, but you are the placeholder. You are not the dream girl. You are not his dream girl. Because, ladies, the dream girl is someone who fuses that man. The dream girl is somebody who confuses that man. The dream girl is the one that knows how to instill obsession in that man. There is no obsession without confusion. And there is no confusion unless a woman is detached. So in order to confuse the man, in order to keep him in this state of confusion with you, you have to be unpredictable. And you can't be unpredictable unless you are fully detached. So this is a skill that you need to learn to master. Because the dream girl, his dream girl, the woman that he puts on a pedestal, she's not predictable. She's not predictable. She's not someone that he knows her every move. She's not sat waiting for him to call her. She's not there available for him. She doesn't jump when he says jump. The dream girl is detached. She prioritizes herself and she centers herself. And then the man has no choice but to center his life around her. He has no choice but to free up time for her. He has no choice but to run after her. It is very simple.
Men are always harvesting your energy, girl. Once you become aware of that, you're going to finally start valuing your own time. You're not just going to let it get wasted by any guy who gives you attention, any low value, dusty dude who is all words, no action, doesn't provide anything of value to you in your life. Listen, even in the workplace, this happened to me so many times where male coworkers, managers, bosses, literally, your presence alone, just making eye contact, just listening to them. I mean, girls, how many times have you had male friends, male coworkers, just men in general, talk to you, dump stuff on you, talk through their problems, treat you like the therapist? Just by your presence alone, just by listening, existing is healing for them. And they will take it. If you keep giving it away for free, they will keep taking it from you. And this is why when you're dating, you have to be really careful. Only entertain men or spend time with men. Or even texting. Men can harvest your energy when you freaking text with them. They could be across the globe. They could literally be in another dimension and they could harvest your energy through your attention, through your aura, just your consciousness. If you put your consciousness and you think about that man at all, he is harvesting something from you. Okay, mark my words. When you realize this, like I did, girl, you're going to become free. You know why? Because all of the energy, all of the attention you were giving away to these men, you're finally going to be able to turn that energy back to yourself and nurture yourself, level yourself up, heal yourself. So don't entertain men who don't show through action that they want to provide for you something in your life, something tangible. Do not give your energy away to men for free.
This is something that men do that people barely talk about, and I want to talk about it. I've realised that men do this thing where they want nothing from you but to steal your energy. Let me land. Listen to me. They basically flirt with you. They don't want anything from you, but they just want to have your feminine energy around them so they don't feel lonely. Like if they're not seeing the person of their dreams at the moment, or, if they don't have any serious things on the cards. And that's another reason why you shouldn't take a lot of men seriously. Well, don't take them seriously until they put in their actions actually line up with what they're saying. They will talk to you, they will flirt with you. Like so many people have like work husbands and stuff. They will have such banter with you, but they don't want to date you. And they do it so they're not lonely. And I'm just like, why don't more women do this as well? Instead, a lot of the women will be like actually like pining over that person that's just like trying to rob their energy. Just need to not take them seriously. Like, you flirt, enjoy the energy, have the flirty banter, and you go and find your perfect person outside of work, or at that place where that person is talking to you. I just think it's an ingenious way to keep your energy up and feel like you're an attractive person that you're going to meet that person one day. Remember to always have put your self-worth first, and just don't take things too seriously with men. They're just out there robbing energy so they don't feel lonely. And you go do the same, but make sure to only give that serious energy to someone that is really showing up for you and is actually, their actions are lining up with what they're saying. Because a lot of the time, you need to realise when it's not, it's just flirty banter, and they're just there to rob your energy so they don't feel lonely. Make sure you remember this, because if you remember it, and you put all of what I'm saying into practice, you won't get played.
Yeah, so I just wanted to give time to let these ladies really cook, let it set in your mind as to how men really see us and think about us. And the last two conversations, it's funny, I must have was supposed to make this video because I had a revelation of say somebody that I was working with, and I was like, wait, was he actually trying to make me have a false fantasy or a crush on him just so he could have better treatment? Maybe I could do more things for him in the workspace and kind of look over, just treat him a little bit more better than maybe the other males for attention or something like that. And that's why I made myself kind of go into this delusional belief that he actually might have liked me back. So it's just interesting to think about this perspective and watch your back when it comes to having males in your space and in your vicinity.
What is energy and how do men take it from us? They don't take it from us. Women, think about this. Scientifically, women are producers of life. We have a womb, which brings life to the planet. We are infinite energy, period. Sprinkle, sprinkle. The only time you're being drained is when you're doing a man's job. That's the only time a woman is ever drained, when she's doing the work of a man. Are you out there clocked in, slaving away to pay bills while you live with a grown, able-bodied man? That's how they steal energy, ma'am. When they steal your self-worth. Okay? If you don't know who you are and what you actually are capable of, then you're going to sell yourself short to some dust. And he's going to use you to earn 50% of the income while you bleed every month, losing blood, get pregnant, have to work 9 months pregnant, take care of children. He's going to use you for your energy if you allow him to. But if you get with a real man who provides totally, you're literally going to thrive and have the most energy you've ever had. Because you don't have to do anything you don't want to.
How to tell if someone's in your energy? The first sign that someone is in our energy is that we cannot stop thinking about them. We'll either start daydreaming about this certain person, and we feel like we cannot get this person out of our mind, out of our head, and we're just like, okay, so why am I thinking of them so much? It's because energy is very real, and this person's also thinking about you too. Now, don't get too carried away with this, because there's some people that might think of a celebrity, and they'll be like, oh, so that means that a celebrity's thinking of me as well. No, use your discernment when it comes to that. Okay. Another sign that someone is in your energy is that you'll either feel very depressed, stressed, anxious, and you don't know why. Okay. And you feel like it's not you. There's nothing that's happened to make you feel stressed or depressed out of nowhere. You were just in a good mood a while ago. Things are going good, and all of a sudden you get hit with all the stress, and you're just like, this is not me. You're feeling someone's energy. If you do struggle with mood shifts or depression or anxiety, it could be as well, your emotions as well. But if you feel like you have this certainty about you, you're just like, yeah, this is not me, this is not mine, go with your discernment, go with your gut feeling, because your intuition is never wrong most of the time. Another sign that someone is in our energy is that we'll start dreaming about them a lot. Especially that if it's someone that you haven't spoke to in a long time, someone that you haven't talked to, they're in your energy.
I'm gonna need y'all to start using discernment and protect your energy. Here are 3 ways that men try to harvest your energy. Number 1, the most obvious and powerful, is through physical intimacy. If you haven't really understood that intimacy is an energy exchange yet, then I'm gonna need you to wake up. We're gonna have to lock in and understand this right now before we go into anything else. Your womb is a portal from the spiritual into the physical. Women have an innate gift to connect spiritually. It's just natural. Back in ancient Egypt, the pharaohs and kings, they used to pay to sleep with the high priestesses so they can receive that level of spiritual wisdom and guidance. Everything is an energy exchange, y'all. Nowadays, men are trying to offer the bare minimum to nothing, and also trying to trick women into getting them that spiritual energy. If you think about it, how do men feel after they feel relieved, they feel happy, they feel fulfilled? And a lot of times women are left feeling drained because he has dumped all of his emotional baggage onto you. Your womb brings life to the lifeless. It is healing, it is restorative, it is rejuvenating. It's literally everything, and that's why they want it so bad. So you have to really evaluate, are they pouring into me or are they taking from me? Because if all they're doing is taking from you and using you, then they're harvesting your priceless energy. Number 2, y'all, is provocation. Men will harvest your negative reactions. We kind of talked about this before in that other video. I don't know what it is, but they really like negative reactions. It makes them feel good. It makes them feel like you care about them, like you're obsessed with them, like they're the man, like they're fulfilled. That is really, really a very toxic thing that some men do, but it is a very, very valuable energy source. Your emotions are powerful. And I need y'all to understand how powerful your emotions are. Your energy as a whole is just next level. It does things to people. Men will desperately crave your emotional reaction, because if you do not react emotionally, then they're left confused, and now they have to deal with their own problem or own insecurities or own feelings without your energy to validate them. So you really have to get in control of your emotions in order to be above provocation. So when y'all think y'all doing something by crashing out and you scaring him or something, I promise you, you are not scaring him at all. And that is why they always come back after you act crazy, because they love that energy. Like, if you really crash out over a man, he's not going to leave you alone. He's going to be craving that energy all the time. If anything, he probably might continue to press that exact same button that got the same result the last time. And you think he's going to stop, but he's not, because he likes to see you that way. And that's what's sad. And the last one is by simply being in your presence. Some men have zero intention of taking you serious, of taking you on a date, of pouring into you in any way. They just want your attention for the time being. They will literally just love to be in your presence momentarily, whether that's by you giving them conversation, whether they're sharing something intimate with you and they just want you to make them feel better about it, whether that's them saying that they want to take you out and you agreeing to it and they never do it. They just wanted to see if they even could. That's validation in itself. Like, your presence is just so valuable that, like, you got to just be a little bit more selective, because if you're spreading yourself thin, you're giving attention to whoever seeks it, then you will leave a lot of situations feeling drained.
You're glowing, you're glowing, you're glowing. And then all of a sudden you're not. What's going on? I'm getting ready to go on my walk. This is perfect timing. I just saw this comment. A lot of the times when you find yourself working on yourself, let's say you're doing self-love workings, you're doing introspection, you're doing your shadow work, you will start, maybe you're doing your glamours, you're doing glamours and you start outwardly looking more beautiful. You're vibrant, you have vitality, you look youthful, your skin's glow, you just look, you feel put together, you look put together. And it doesn't have to be outfit wise. I mean, just like people look at you and they're drawn to you. They can see something. It's you, it's your literal spark, it's your energy, it's your aura, literally your aura. But let's find out that, like, as soon as they're telling you you look beautiful, you're glowing, your energy and then you all of a sudden you notice it's going away. Why is that? Because energy vampires are snatching it up. It's immediately, as soon as something good comes, doesn't mean that it always will happen. You can protect yourself from this, and I'm going to tell you in a second because I had to re-record this part. I don't know what happened. Glamour wards are really perfect for situations like this, but if you don't want to just ward it, transmutations, which we're going to get to talk to. I mean, a glamour transmutation, because that was something that we've got a lot of, because when we're working on our glamours, you're working on your self-love, yourself. Maybe you're getting your money up. Maybe you're taking care of yourself. This has been for me. My mental health, I've been working on my mental health so much, and you guys have been like, you're glowing. What is it? Me working on myself. Now, energy vampires, people that just, narcissistic people, whatever, want some of that. So a lot of times that you will find a lot of those kind of compliments, and then all of a sudden your glow is gone because people are stealing it, knowingly and maybe unknowingly. So get your aura, get your spiritual hygiene up, cleanse in the morning and at night. You can either shower, Florida water, just the back of your neck, top of your head, bottom of your feet. Put up aura fields when you go to sleep, when you wake up, for containing and protecting your energy. So those, if you find yourself, or maybe one of these bracelets, if you find yourself around the people that are going to take your beauty or going to try, it stops. This is a form of e-lie.
And so this series of videos really dived in on the spirituality and the natural intuitiveness of women, as well as dissecting, like, step by step how men can go in and decipher and use your feminine energy, your healing energy, your life force energy, and cause you to be in a traumatic stage to also gain even more energy from you. And this is something that narcissists do, people with narcissistic personality disorder, and it's called harvesting narcissistic supply. And this energy is to feed off of others through many different sources.
When a man does you dirty, you are presented with a choice. And the choice is you or him. And you need to always, always, always choose yourself. Because as sure as I know my own name, if that guy did you dirty once, he'll do you dirty twice. When people show you who they really are, believe them. You can either let this guy go, or you can be dragged. The best revenge on a guy who did you dirty is to walk away and to hold the energy that he is not even worth the breath in your lungs to yell at him. He's not even worth the energy in your thumbs to text him the long paragraphs. I know it is so hard, you guys. I literally just went through a friend betrayal myself, and the paragraphs I wanted to send, like, so bad. But I know, because I'm a smart bitch and so are all of you, the hotter thing to do is to not even waste your time explaining to this lowly person who doesn't know what the word loyalty means, and walk away. Because if you stand there and you bitch him out and you tell him why he should act right, all you're doing is feeding this guy's ego. And he's going to think he's this really special man to you, and you care so much to waste all this energy on him. You think that you're making him see your side of the story. You're just making him think he's really important, especially to you. Walking away is the infinitely better choice, because in the long run, it's the bigger fuck you. Even though in the moment when you're upset, it feels really gratifying to like yell at somebody and take your anger out, obviously. In the end, it's actually much worse on him, and it's better revenge to literally not even waste your breath and let his mind fill in the gaps of why you're so upset or what he did wrong. And think about in the future, if you ever ran into this guy, if you walked away and you kept your head held high, the dynamic, if you saw him again, is he's going to be afraid of you, right? You still hold all the power. But if you stand there and you fight with him and you yell with him, eventually he will do what all men do, where he somehow finds himself to be the victim. And then when you run into him in the future, the narrative is going to be like, oh, this is the crazy girl I used to date. And you're going to feel that he has the power. But we want to hold the power, ladies, right? That's where we're trying to go. Stop framing it in your head like you lost this guy. Because you don't lose a loser guy, right? You gain peace in your life when they leave. Forget how you feel in the current moment and remember what you deserve as a human being. If this guy did you dirty, then he's not even worthy of the breath in your lungs. And that is piping hot girl energy.
You know, when I get on this app and I see a lot of people talk about relationships and wasting their time, I just thought I'd share something that kind of helps me out. And it's kind of been on this app for a minute and people discussed it, but some people don't believe in it, some people do, but it's the concept of if they wanted to, they would. And if you apply that to like everybody, not just romantic relationships, but everybody, if they wanted to, they would. And it's always good to like meet people where they are. So always reciprocate what you see, and also assess the reaction of someone feeling you doing that, or kind of like separating or distancing or whatever. But yeah, that's just a good life slogan. If they wanted to, they truly would. If they wanted to, they would reach out to you. If they wanted to, they would make the effort. If they wanted to, that means that you're not the right person to. That means you're not compatible, And I see a lot too on this app. People say like, well, it's kind of become like a normal thing to have high standards, which it should have been, but I guess letting people tell you that you should have lower standards and etc. Really, you should keep them as high as you want. Okay, keep them bitches so high, because if you don't, you're gonna end up like some of these fake trad wives, or you're gonna end up like, if you're a woman, but maybe a man to go through the same thing, for all I know, but you might just end up like, what's her name, Risa Tisa on here, and of course there's another woman that also kind of opened up about her relationship and stuff. And I mean, if you just start at having high standards, assessing what are your deal breakers, what are your boundaries, what red flags have you seen from other relationships or people, and again, this is not just romantic, this is all across the board, friends, associates, co-workers, romantic interests, all of these type of people that you're trying to add to your life. You just always think like, a lot of people walk around with a what's in it for me mindset, so it's really like you should think that too in a way. And that kind of sounds fucked up, but you really like, what are they bringing in for me? If and bare minimum, at least emotional support or whatever you're trying to get out of that relationship, that should be the standard. And if it's not what you're looking for, have the goals inside of you to move forward, move on in life. And don't stay hung up on the 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. I don't that's kind of like people living in your brain rent free. Maybe you want to be that for other people, but your goal shouldn't be to have all of these things, like these what am I trying to say? All of these people living rent free in your mind because of they were like it was in limbo and fell out and all the things. And sometimes it can be repaired and stuff can come back together, but really, if you just sit back and like, if they wanted to, they would. If you just always like keep that in mind, and you assess reciprocation and how you're being treated, there's no way that I am saying, well, let me complete that. If you assess those two things, you will maybe feel a little bit like to yourself at times, and you gotta make sure you balance that out, but at least you won't have people depleting you in your life, and you can most surely avoid a lot of them. And the older you get, you'll be able to discern faster and know what makes a good persona character to come into your life and be a part of your life, and what doesn't. You can't vet everyone, because some people will slip through the cracks and surprise the fuck out of you. That's just life. But guarantee you'll at least weed out a lot of them through the course of your life, doing those two things. And I'm not encouraging self-isolation, not encouraging I guess like the kind of like avoidant detachment. I'm not a complete introversion, isolation. I'm not really like endorsing that. Like I said, you got to balance it out. So if you feel yourself getting all the way to like self-isolation and weeding out a lot of people because you're in a certain phase of your life or something like that, that's completely different. But once you don't stay in that field like no more than, I don't know, a year or so. Like if you're doing like some Dark Night of the Soul type stuff or really going inward, don't stick 6 months to a year, and then after that come out, and be a part of people and things and society. So that's all I gotta say about it. I don't know, I just thought that had to come to mind.
Observe how your body feels when an attractive man speaks to you. Observe how your body feels when a man you like interacts with you, a man you have a crush on, right? That's your body opening up to him, your spirit receiving him. It feels good, right? Not only are you benefiting from that interaction, he is benefiting. When a woman is open to a man, he is receiving life from her. This is why men say things like, smile, where my hug at, right? Texting you. All those little things are openings. Any little bit, any little crack or crevice a man can get from a woman is fueling him. You are sharing your life force with him, right? So to believe that sleeping with a man is not a spiritual or soul tie, you have to be out of your mind, right? Your womb is a portal to the spiritual realm. And so if you are sharing yourself at that level, right, where you are allowing a man to penetrate you internally, that's a connection, right? And if you like him, if you love him, if you care about him, the energy is even more heightened, right? If at any moment you or he decides that you should not be in a relationship or that interaction should end, all ties need to be cut. Because once there is feelings, when there are feelings involved, you are open. And he will always benefit from your openness, right? And in a woman's mind, a man breaking up with her and not totally cutting her off, she believes that he still wants her. This is why women say things like, he can't leave me alone, child. No, he can't. Because you are still open to him. This is why more often than not, when a relationship ends, a woman has to totally cut a man off. He most likely will not totally cut a woman off, because even if it's the attention, he's still feeding off of her, right? It's important to understand how to harness your own energy, how to protect your energy, right? Men feed off of women because we are the givers of life, literally and figuratively. This is why men love to surround themselves with women. We're like outlets, and men plug themselves in and get fueled, right? Even if they're not sleeping with you, they are being fueled in some way. all of your men, husband, boyfriend, baby father, whoever, they have multiple outlets. Even if it's just women in passing, even if it's women in the workplace, men are feeding off of women. This is why, one of the many reasons why men are not nasty to women or rude to women. A part of it is chivalry, but another part of it is there's an energy that the feminine has that men benefit from. They want that however they can get it. Right? And so if you don't protect it, he's not going to reject it. Men are not going to say, no, save your energy for yourself or for your man or for your kids. Nah, they're going to benefit any way they can. This is why a lot of men peacock for women. Right? They try to make women laugh. They want to get our attention. They want us to pay them attention. Right? This is really deep. And so I make jokes about men and women not being able to be friends, or after a relationship ends, ties could be cut because I make jokes about it, but it's very serious. This is why women are drained. This is why women age, because you are allowing men to pull from you. Women don't know how to protect themselves, their energy, and men are not going to protect you for you. Now, you can believe men and women can be friends. You can believe you have male friends. But the fact is, men and women friendships are not and will never be the same as men and men friendships. Right? Men understand each other. Men have a code. Right? Men friendships are realer than men and women friendships. Men cannot be 100% themselves around us. They cannot. If men were 100% themselves around us, we will be disgusted by them. Not only in a perverted way, but just how they are. If you spend a lot of time in male-dominated environments, you will see that men don't interact with women in the same ways they interact with men. Men know they have to be on their best behaviors around women. Men know they have to speak to us in a certain way. They are not their authentic self. So when a man tells me that's his friend or whoever, I know that it's some kind of condition on it. Either he finds her unattractive, he's friend-zoned, they were sleeping together, they were in a relationship, and she did not cut him off. Again, more often than not, men are not going to totally cut off a woman he used to sleep with. Because even if he doesn't sleep with her, just by her still liking him and being open to him under the guise of friendship, he's still being fueled by her. She is another outlet for him. Women know how women are when we like someone. When we still like someone after the relationship ends. We're only hanging on to this person because we don't want to totally let go, because there is a connection there. Right? But here's the thing. Men will keep you around because just being a woman benefits men. Right? You just existing benefits them. But let him get another woman and be in a relationship with her. You will not be that same friend. She's not going to allow it, because we know when our man is connected to another woman. We know when a woman is doing things for his attention, his favor. We understand how women are, right? But many of you like to believe you're the exception, right? I accept women and men for at just who they are. Men are men. I don't care how self-actualized they are, how controlled they are with their sex. Even if they're not sleeping with a woman and they're connected to them in some ways because they're benefiting. Men do not connect themselves to anything they are not benefiting from. I'm promising you that. So if he has a connection to a woman in whatever way, it's because he's benefiting, even if it's just knowing that she's open to him. Right? And then we start getting into things, women start doing things for men. Right? Women will complain that they got to work all day and go home and cook for their man. They don't want to do that. But they will cook and bring their co-workers food from the pot that they cook for their man from, that they didn't want to cook for their man from. Right? That's because there's some type of connection there. There's a like or something. It doesn't have to be romantic, but she's open to him. Women will perform and do all kinds of things when they believe a man likes them and they like the man back. So I do not ever believe that a man was sleeping with a woman and in a relationship with a woman and didn't totally cut her off. I don't believe that there's nothing there. Never. Right? We as women have intuition. I told my ex-boyfriend about a woman that he claimed, oh no, she's cool. Right? So the reason why I will preserve myself for the man I'm with and not share myself with other men is not for him. He benefits. I'm this way because I don't want men feeding off of me. Men don't deserve me. I work too hard on myself to be sharing myself amongst multiple men. Now, if that's your thing, that's your thing. But this is how I operate because I understand how the spiritual world works. I understand how energy is harvested. So men don't get that from me. If I'm on the ship of relations with a man in whatever capacity, that's who's getting my energy. That's who's tapped in. right? Many of you are not taking this seriously because you want attachments to men. And it's all good. But understand that men are attaching to you for a different reason than you are attaching to them, right? And it's very easy for this to happen. Why do you think, all you got to do is spend enough time with a person? Why do you think a lot of infidelity start in the workplace? Because that's where we spend most of our time, right? Giving a man access to you, even if it's just attention, a text message, a phone call, that's your energy. That's your life force. Men understand this when it comes to their woman. They don't want their woman having male friends. They don't want their woman being open to other men because men understand men. They don't care what you do. They want access to you. But their woman, they want their woman to not be like you. They want you as friends, but they don't want their woman to have male friends. They understand that men and women really are not friends. And even if they are, it's on a different level than men and men friends. It's a whole different energy, a whole different dynamic. Right? Trust and believe. The way women want to be open to men and friends to men and besties to men, men don't want that for their woman because they understand how this works. Men are the manipulators of energy. This is why they always want access to women. And they are not going to cut themselves off from women. Men are never going to do that. With nuptials and all, they're never going to totally cut themselves off from women. And trust and believe, if they've gotten to a point of sexual intercourse with a woman and she's still open to him and he's not disgusted by her, there's always going to be a connection there, even if they never sleep together again. If she's open to him and he's open to her, not totally cutting her off, they are connected. And he will continue to be connected to her until he decides that he doesn't want anything to do with her or until she cuts him off, which oftentimes it's the woman who has to initiate that. A woman has to go cold turkey because a man is not going to do that. He's already conquered you. He's already had you. He's planted his seed probably multiple times over for years. This is not a game. This is your body. This is your womb. This is your temple. And if you're with a man and something happens, you break up, right? Most relationships will end. You got to end that connection. You got to cut that off because he's going to keep feeding from you, especially if you are still open to him. Men will play all day with your energy and your mind. And for some reason, y'all are not getting it.
As a woman, you need to be able to tell the difference when a man is harvesting your energy and when he's siphoning your energy, because they do both, and there's a difference between the two. Let's go over the difference. Harvesting. When a man is harvesting your energy, he is coming to you to get you to give your energy to him freely. Keyword, freely. What is harvesting? Harvesting is the act of collecting from a natural source. So for example, when you go to the beach and you collect stones or seashells from the beach, you are harvesting. The beach is giving you her resources for free. It's free for the taking. Another example is a garden. When a garden grows its herbs, its fruits, its vegetables, it is free for you to come to the garden and pick all that it's grown, right? You're harvesting. Harvesting is considered ethical because it is something being given away freely. A lot of women do not realize how much of themselves they give away freely to others. Women do not realize how much of their energy, how much of their life force they give away for free. So how does a man harvest your energy? One way is just by getting your attention. He'll reach out to you through social media. When a man reaches out to you through social media, he wants your attention. And when you give him the attention, he is harvesting it. He is collecting. And men like this who reach out to women on social media, they will reach out to multiple women. And they're harvesting from multiple sources. All these women are giving away their energy to this man freely. The reason why he's doing it for personal growth. He's harvesting the energy for empowerment. Women need to realize how much of their energy and their attention empowers men. How much of your energy helps them grow. Another way a man will harvest a woman's energy is by being friends with you. Most men that reach out to you wanting to be friends, they're actually interested in you sexually. But they know they can't get you, so they will settle with being friends with you just to be able to harvest your energy, just to be able to have the access to you and to get your attention. Again, this is considered ethical because you are giving it for free, okay? There's a lot of other ways that a man will harvest your energy, but let's move on to siphoning. When a man is siphoning your energy, it is the purpose of coming to you, getting access to you, and depleting you, taking your energy, and usually it's without your consent. So they will manipulate you or inflict pain on you to get that energy. So siphoning is a lot more diabolical than harvesting. Harvesting is the act of collecting from the natural source being you. Siphoning is the act of depleting. It's the act of consuming. They don't just want to come to your beach and collect some stones and collect some seashells. They want it all. So think of a well that has water in it. Someone who wants to harvest will come and throw their bucket in there, collect their water, got what they wanted, and then bounce. That's someone who harvested. Someone who wants to siphon you is looking at that well, and they don't just want a bucket. They want all the water that's in there. That is siphoning. So when a man wants to siphon you, he's going to try to get into a romantic relationship with you. Unlike the men who want to harvest your energy, they will want to get your attention, they will flirt with you, they will show interest, and then they'll go ghost. Because their purpose was to just collect and harvest the energy that they wanted from you to build themselves up, and then they bounce. The thing with these type of men, the ones that harvest your energy, is every once in a while, they'll come back and get your attention again to see if you're still a source that they can tap into, to see if they can still harvest from you. All right? But as for the men who want to siphon your energy, they will want to get your attention, they'll show interest, they will flirt, and they will really pursue you. He's going to pursue you because he really does want you, but not in the way that you think. He doesn't want you. He wants your energy. He wants your life force. So these type of men that want to siphon you will love bomb the hell out of you and future fake you. They will tell you whatever you need to hear. They will study you and make sure that they're the man that you want them to be. They will future fake you by promising an engagement down the line, promising a marriage, promising a family. All right? Everything that you want, everything that you dream of in a relationship, he will give you the appearance, and he'll even act it out. He'll even do it. So these men who want to siphon your energy, he will love bomb you and future fake you because he really wants you to open up. And he not only wants you to open up to him, he also wants you to grow. You know what I mean? When a woman is in love, she glows differently. That's because the light inside of her is really, really shining. He's essentially fattening you up to consume you. Think of the story of Hansel and Gretel. Do you remember how the witch kept feeding Hansel candy to fatten him up before she would consume him? That's essentially what he's doing. Another example is from the movie Stardust. In the movie, there is a fallen star, and there are these witches that are hunting her because they want to consume her heart. They want to consume her light because it makes them more beautiful, it makes them younger, it gives them vitality. Now, there's a scene in the movie where the witch was able to get close to the star, but she didn't just attack the star right away. No, she had to lure the star in, make her feel comfortable, make her feel warm, make her feel special. Because when someone feels special, they feel safe, they're able to open up and they glow. The witch's plan was once she sees that glow, that's when she delivers the attack. That's when she consumes her. That's what these men will do. They will fatten you up, or they will get you to glow, and then they'll start to siphon you. He will start to say little things to make you insecure about your body. He will start checking out girls in front of you and acting like it was no big deal just to make you insecure about yourself. He'll chip away at your confidence. He will start doing things and behaving in ways that he never used to just to hurt you so that he can siphon your energy. And he'll keep building it up, and then in the end, he will do something big that will really hurt you to deliver the final blow and deplete you of all your energy.
So the last couple of clips was just to kind of have some tools in your artillery kit so you know how to move around certain situations and what to do about it and how to protect yourself. Lastly, I gave some commentary in there on the back end too about how to not waste your time. That is so important. And really, I'm gonna just keep it short in this video. I'm not gonna hold you. And make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and comment any other tips and tricks that you know of. Catch you on the next one.